I'm back with the next part of our Peasant to Emperor series, where I set out on a mission to earn the Supreme Emperor achievement, or at least die trying. Last time we set out on a quest where we successfully rescued the family, and then after completing that mission, we became a mercenary for the Battanians. We have slowly been aiding them in their war against Vlandia, and then towards the end of the video, well, we are now at war with the Northern Empire. We have a war on two sides. I don't know how we're going to hold back both enemies. I assume we're going to make peace with one of them first. But what is Sturgia doing all the way in the south down here? That's a bit odd for them. They did take a settlement off us before we joined the Battanians as a mercenary, so we will need to reclaim that at some point. But yeah, we're not in a good position right now. Two fairly big enemies on either side. We're just going to have to continue working towards our goals, doing tournaments for renown, taking down enemies for money and renown, and just growing the army in general. If we take a look at the clan page, we're still a clan tier 1 with 103 renown. So if we can somehow get an additional 47, we should be in an okay position. So the first thing we'll need to do before we get into any fights is find the nearest settlement and sell all of the battle loot from our fight with the Empire. I think we took too much food from them last time, because if we take a look, I am almost 4 times my capacity, and well, we have a lot of meat. 180 grain, 60 meat, 100 fish. There's just too much. So we're just going to go sell some of that stuff, and then we will set out on our quest. I don't know where it will lead us. I don't know where we're going to go, but I'm sure I'll find something. Well, we have just arrived at the settlement, and I have fixed my capacity issue, and we just found out there's a tournament here. It'll be rude of us not to enter. If I remember right, we're on about 10 wins. Okay, we're only on 9. And we need 25. Oh, man. When will the torture end? We will get a tier 5 two-handed axe for this. We're not going to use it, so we'll probably end up selling it straight away if we win. And that is our 10th tournament win. We are only 15 away, assuming that the leader doesn't win anymore. Now that we have got that over and done with, it is time to set out on our next journey. I'm not too sure where we're going to go, but I have been informed by our scouts that there is a castle in the north being sieged. So we should probably head in that direction. Maybe we can find a little mercenary lord roaming around, or even a caravan, although we're not the quickest, so I don't know if we'll be able to catch a caravan. And hang on a minute, 29 looters? Should we risk sending the troops in, or is the auto-resolve gonna backfire and cause me to lose some good men? You know what? I'm a little bit surprised. The auto-resolve didn't actually kill off any of my men. A couple got wounded, but no one actually dead. And they knocked out the majority of the looters, which means we can ransom them. Are my men more efficient being led by the game than myself? Am I the problem? We're in pursuit of an enemy mercenary. They're more agile than us, so they can outrun us. But if we can somehow manage to pin them against the cliff, we might actually be able to attack them. I need to use the arrow keys for this and be careful. If I click on the map, the auto movement will use the wrong path and the enemy will get away.
Stop there.
There we go. He has agreed to meet us on the battlefield. I thought he may surrender, but he is an honourable fellow. He is going to fight till the end. But I'm afraid the end may be sooner than you think, my friend. Will the enemy attempt to close in on our position, or are they going to stand back? Some cavalry has approached us. They look to be mounted archers. There's only 2 of them. Our accuracy isn't the best, but we'll give it a shot, eh? It's hard enough hitting a target that doesn't move, let alone one on the back of a horse. Alright, you know what? We're gonna call it quits, lads. Hold on a minute. The mounted archer is nearby, and I still missed. Oh, at least someone has good accuracy. I'm gonna tell the infantry to follow me, and the archers will just form a firing line. And are the enemy closing the gap? They're charging at us. Alright, form a shield wall, lads. Oh, they've even left a gap for myself. How considerate. The enemy leader is slowly walking to us as if he's trying to have like a badass moment. But then he soon took an arrow to the face and backed off. I might retire as an archer if I'm completely honest with you. We don't seem to hit an awful lot. The crossbow used to be my specialty. Never mind. He's still got it. Alright, lads. The enemy are soon to reach our lines. Are we ready, men? Just hold position, lads. I know there's a horse trying to kick us, which is a bit inconvenient. But we shall hold the shield wall. We will not break formation. Not even for a horse. We are just going to awkwardly stand here while the archers finish off the enemies. Alright. Do we just charge, lads? Alright. Let's go, men. It's time to clean up. There's only 3 of them. And we're done. Well done. The only one left seems to be the guy on the back of the horse. I don't know if he's fleeing or if he's about to get the biggest run-up in history. Ah, seems he's about to get the biggest run-up in history. And we have soon taken care of that. Alright, who turned the horse into a unicorn? Was that one of mine? I'm not entirely sure anymore. I'm afraid the enemy managed to escape before we had the opportunity to ransom him, so sadly that is some gold that we will be missing out on. But during the fight we managed to steal some javelins that are worth 9,000 gold, so I suppose that does make up for it at least. We got 11,500 gold from that battle, and it was only 18 of them, and I don't think I suffered a single casualty. The Battanians and the Western Empire have made peace. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought the war with Vlandia would have ended first as that was the older war, but instead we have made peace with the Empire and must turn our attention to Vlandia. There's 700 of them sieging a castle with only 140 defenders, so it's probably gonna fall. There's 300 in an army waiting to attack. But I don't think the defenders are going to get that number low enough where we can actually attack and win. Oh, hold on. Reinforcements are on the way though. And the lads have gone for it. There are still 600 enemies, but they don't care. There are 400 on the way as reinforcements, but they may arrive too late. We're going to have to just jump into the battle and assist the men. With the garrison in addition to the army, we do actually outnumber them, but we outnumber them by 9. Not the biggest odds. I can't confidently say we significantly outnumber them or we outnumber them 2 to 1 or anything. There are literally 9 more guys. But we shall jump on the battlefield and see if we can assist the men in any way that we can. Last time we took down 3 people. I killed 2 of those 3 and we left the battle with like something like 0.2 influence or like 0.2 renown. So it was pretty much a waste of time. This time, however, we will try to contribute more to the outcome of this battle. If we want the world to fear the name Gwaggles, we need to start showing them why. Alright lads, I won't lie, it's a bit terrifying seeing all this cavalry run at us at full speed. What do we have here then? Who do we have? We have 7 guys. Alright, oh, and one of the 7 is the medic. Are you with me, pal? Till the end. If we can defeat as many soldiers as possible, that will be great. The enemy cavalry is running at us, though. We don't exactly have a mighty shield wall or anything to stop them. Just pure determination and hope, I guess. Although the enemy cavalry seems to have paused for a moment. We just headshot a horse. Alright men, while the enemy are just standing there, ready to be shot at, we'll take advantage of the situation. I have to admit, it's not one of my most interesting battles at the moment. I'm sorry, but how much damage have I dealt to this one guy? There we go. And another. We only have 3 arrows remaining. Can we at least kill one more person with them? We can. Alright, I'll take that, lads. We're gonna pull back out of the enemy's fire. There's no point risking my men for no reason. The Battanians are just kind of standing there getting bombarded. I don't know why. I hear the horses. The cavalry is on the move. Alright, lads. This is it. The 7 of us. Well, I suppose there's 8 if you include me. We are gonna make our stand. With me, men! We will not allow the Vlandians to climb the hill. Hold them back at all costs. Back, Vlandian scum! I don't know how we're gonna do it, but it is literally just me and 7 other guys trying to hold back an army. We're driving them down the hill somehow. If we just continue to fight as one, we can put a stop to them. I've had my eyes on this guy for a while now. He keeps backing away, and that's another kill. This one has a pretty big shield, but he turned his back to us, and we should probably regroup, lads. Our allies have backed off from the enemy reinforcements, so we should probably do the same. Shield wall, lads, and back it up with me. Come on, men. Back it up. Oh, no. Maybe we should just make a run for it. Drop the shields and run, lads. Drop the shields and run. The downside to running down the hill is the fact that at some point you gotta go back up. Alright then, lads. Who made it out alive? Is it just the 5 of you? We lost 2 men in that battle, eh? The doctor is still alive, though. I did listen to some advice that said give the doctor better equipment. So I have given him some better armor that we've been looting, along with like a sword and shield. I've also taken away his horse. Being the only cavalry in the army, he wasn't really that useful on the back of a horse. It looks like we're once again at a stalemate. We're gonna stand up here holding the hill while the enemy stay down there firing at us. And we're just gonna have to wait until someone makes a move. If I go sprinting down that hill at the Vlandians right now, I am just guaranteeing my death. So sadly, we have no choice but to just wait. No one else will listen to my command at the moment. Well, it looks as though the Vlandians are once again on the move. Are you with me, men? We're gonna have to run down the hill once more. We're gonna have to hold back the next wave of enemies. I don't know what fighting condition we're in, but we're gonna have to give it our all. The cavalry has engaged the enemy. Just hold. Hold steady, men. Under attack! Cut down the enemy! I've been kicked by a horse. Alright, that's it, lads. Stand as one. Fight as a unit. There's only like 6 of us. We need to stand together. I've been kicked by another horse. Somehow we have managed to drive the enemy back again. And this time we're just going for an all-out charge. We're not pulling back to the hill. It is all or nothing. The remains of the enemy have formed a little shield wall down there. It's not the best. It probably still puts ours to shame though. But we are going to have to attempt to break our way through. We need to reach the archers in the back. I've been hit, lads. I'm wounded. It doesn't seem to be too bad at the moment. We're still ready to fight the enemy. What's going on? Are they backing up into a canyon to try and funnel us to our death? The cavalry is cleaning up on the remainder of the enemy. We have won. We have done it, men. The worst is over. Well, we can't complain. We entered the battlefield with only 8 soldiers. 2 of them got wounded, 1 of them sadly died in the battle, and we managed to take down 28 of them. I'm a little bit gutted on our share of the loot, although that probably does work out to be roughly the right percent. But we did earn a little bit more renown and influence than the last fight. This time we shall attempt to assist the army take a castle from the enemy. I'm hoping by being involved in the fight we won't need to auto-resolve it, which means more of the army should survive. Auto-resolves can be pretty cruel in a siege battle. It looks like we're fighting in a nice open field, and there's catapult fire. Well then, the battering ram has already taken 2 hits. I fear it may not even reach the wall. Hopefully the siege tower fares better. Oh god, another bombardment, men! And another! The brutality of war. The bombardments won't end, and whoever's pushing that ram is basically signing their death sentence. We have a trebuchet to try and fire back, but it may not be good enough. And the battering ram has been destroyed. We're not going to be able... Oh my god! The casualties! Well then, I was about to say the battering ram is not going to make the front gate. Well, but neither will half the army, it seems. They're now aiming for the siege tower. If the siege tower falls, this is going to be a devastating battle. We will all have to funnel up the 2 ladders on the right, and it's not gonna go well. The tower has to make the wall. Just keep pushing, men. If the tower falls, this battle is over. The enemy are getting into position. We're gonna do what we can. I'm not too sure what he's protecting the wall from. He's looking the complete wrong way. You're a lovely headshot there. I'll take those. How big is the hitbox on that shield, my friend? I swear some of these should be clear hits on the enemy, but apparently they're hitting the shields instead. We're gonna have to pull out the sword and go for it, I think. We may get taken down, or we may take down the enemy. It's hard to say at this stage. But we shall charge them seeking eternal glory. We will not back down from a fight. We need to try and breach and make a hole through the enemy defenses so the soldiers can get in. I also need to make sure I don't fall off the wall. That has happened to us in the past on many different occasions. We can't seem to breach the enemy defenses though. We just need a bit of a gap, that's all. Just something. Okay, I've flanked behind them. Maybe this is my opportunity to clear the way for the men. And we're in. The left side has fallen. We just need to funnel our way through the right, which may be easier said than done. I say we just start kicking them off the wall, lads. Maybe that's the strat. Just boot them off the edge. Get out of here. Spartan kick off the wall. I think that was successful. We may need to actually investigate whether I kicked a man off the wall or not. Are there any dead bodies down here? There are a few. I may have successfully Spartan kicked a man to his death. The men are running straight past the archers, and I don't know why. We should probably try to clear the walls as quick as we can. We don't want to allow the enemy any opportunities to inflict more casualties. I think no matter what, this battle is over and we are the victor. But we still need to minimize casualties. And the castle is ours. I didn't command a single one of my soldiers. I let them do their own thing, and it seems to have actually paid off. We did have 15 wounded, which isn't great, but I'm just thankful no one died. But we did take down 36 in total, and we got a nice share of the loot. I have just stopped by the nearest settlement in order to sell our prisoners, sell our battle loot, just the usual, you know. And we just found out there's another tournament here. I know we're in the middle of a war and all, but we gotta get them tournament wins. What are we gonna win this time? A one-handed axe, I think it said. We're probably gonna sell it straight away. And I believe that is tournament victory 11. If we take a quick look at the leaderboard, where are we? We're now 16th with 11 wins. We're not gonna climb the leaderboard as often now as we did previously. But we're only 14 away from finally getting the achievement and never having to do an arena battle again. This may be our toughest battle yet. We are facing one of the enemy lords. This time it is not a mercenary. This is a proper enemy lord, and he has 70 soldiers in his army. We only have 66. The power bar is in our favor, and we are fighting in the trees, which may be an advantage for the Battanians compared to the Vlandians, but we're gonna have to jump on the battlefield and see how it goes. I thought we were fighting in the trees. What is this? It's just a wide open ground. The enemy are playing defense, which isn't ideal considering we had the high ground. I was hoping they would attack us, but it seems as though we're gonna have to close the gap on them instead. The enemy are less than 200 away from us. I don't know if that's meters or what, but they are trying to shoot at us. I've told my men to hold fire at the moment because I don't want them wasting their arrows. But we'll have to see if the enemy are close enough. I guess not. Only like one crossbowman can see that far, it seems. Alright, lads. Hold fire for now. Infantry, you're going to have to close the gap. Archers, right behind them. I would say here seems good enough, lads. Fire at will. Surely we can see the enemy from this range. Now we'll hit them with the arrow bombardment, and hopefully they'll break formation and attack us. We're going to have to get down from the horse and join the men in the front lines. It's the only way we know how to fight. And it will boost the men's morale if their leader is by their side. I don't send my men to their death unless I die along with them. Only one enemy has fallen so far. I was hoping for something better, I won't lie. You know what? Hold position, lads. We're gonna have to close the gap even more, it seems. Are we in a better position now, or have I made things worse? I may have made things worse for half the men. Some of them are no longer shooting because of the dip in the hill.
Infantry, move!
We may have to shimmy further forward, lads. I tell the infantry to hold the lower bit, and I'll tell the archers to stand up on this little hill. We'll pull out the bow for a moment. And they are now charging at us. This is kind of what I wanted, but not what I wanted at the same time. I wanted the enemy to attack, but I didn't realize we were going to have to get this close to their ranks. The shield wall shall hold. Their infantry is just a bunch of peasants. And the cavalry is not really far enough to charge at us. They're just going to walk into our front lines. Well, that takes care of that, I guess. I will tell the men to charge, though. We need to dispatch of these archers as quick as possible, because I know for a fact the cavalry is going to be a right old pain. It always is. I've just been shot by a crossbow. Alright, the enemy archers and infantry has been dealt with. It is now just the enemy cavalry. Considering this was supposed to be our first, real battle where we were even outnumbered and it was against a proper lord, it actually went stupidly well. 3 died and 2 got wounded. We have now made it back to a settlement. If we go to the tavern, we can ransom all the prisoners for 4,000 gold. And if we go to the trader, how much can we sell all of this for? It doesn't look like it sells for a lot, but there is a lot of it. And it's 9,000 gold. I can't complain at that, to be honest with you. But we're now sitting in a fairly comfortable position. We have an army of 63, so we will need to do a little bit of recruiting. We have 76,000 gold. And if we take a look at the clan, we're only 11 renown away from tier 2. That's only 2 tournaments or 1 really good battle or a couple of smaller battles. But once we get that tier 2 clan, we should be able to go up to how many more? An additional 15 to the party size, which means we'll be able to go up to about 80 soldiers, which isn't bad for our current position, especially since we're still a mercenary. As for our war with Vlandia, we have actually made really good progress in the south. I didn't realize our armies were down there, and we have managed to hold back and defend the north. As long as we keep this little funnel area here protected and prevent the enemy from coming through the canyon, we can defend the north while we continue to make progress in the south. But the Battanian Empire is growing. We are slowly conquering the world, as long as no one else declares war on us. But since we are so close to tier 2, what do you think? Should we join them as an actual lord, or shall we stay as a mercenary for a while? Usually I make the mistake of bailing as a mercenary too soon, and then we get overwhelmed and we end up dying prisoner and the usual cycle. So maybe we should stay a little bit longer. I'm not too sure just yet. But that is all we're going to have time for today. Until next time, see ya.